Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Today is the last part of our Kubernetes CI/CD pipeline. What I have done in this part that I have provided you the complete repository, and in that particular repository, I have put all the relevant scripts. And by using this repository, I guarantee you will be able to learn a lot, and your concepts regarding the CI/CD and automation will be a lot more clear. It is not just theory; it is going to be almost hands-on. So I'm going to show you how you can use this repository. This repository, DevOps CI/CD, is publicly available, and this is the final part. So I want you guys to simply clone this repository and play with it. And why use the GitLab? Because GitLab offers quite a bit more features than GitHub. As far as the file upload is concerned, I was having issues with GitHub that there is a restriction of 50 MB. You can't upload more than 50 MB on GitHub. So I decided to put my stuff on GitLab, and the single file size is about more than 50 MB. So, and in my next or later videos or tutorials, I will show you guys the powerful features of GitLab CI/CD, where you can use the GitLab runners. But today, our focus is going to be on Jenkins, where I will be completing my Kubernetes CI/CD pipeline, and everything is going to be deployed on AWS EKS Elastic Kubernetes Service. So let's begin. In this video, I decided to start from the very scratch. I mean, so you will have everything in your hand. What is going to be your next step, or what you want to do, and how you can use this repository. Simply log into your AWS account. I'm going to put my credential here, and these are the temporary credential. Definitely you can't use this. This is a sandbox environment, and definitely I'm going to destroy after completing this video. So you have to use your own AWS credential and log in. Make sure you have the relevant privileges, which is definitely required for the deployment. So what we are going to do, we're going to launch the EC2 instance. Guys, this video might be long, but to be really honest, if you watch this video till end, you will get a lot of benefit. And please make sure you share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon, so that enables me to create a lot more videos for you guys. So now I've selected the Linux AMI. I'm going to select the T3A medium for this demo, and press next. Okay, storage, I'm gonna select more because the repository size is big, so I just go for the 40 GB, and I'm gonna call this EC2 instance as DevOps. So I'm going to launch this EC2 instance. This is the default VPC. I'm going to allow every traffic, but I'm going to put a little bit of restriction here as far as the security is concerned, that all traffic is going to be allowed, but on my particular IP address. Excuse me. So I'm going to allow all traffic for this demo, and I'm going to select my IP, review, and launch. So I'm going to create new key pair, and I'm going to call this DevOps. I'm going to download this and launch this EC2 instance. Why I'm launching this EC2 instance, I'm going to show you that because of the network speed and high availability. So I just want to make sure that there should be no lack of internet connectivity, and there should be high throughput. So this I want for my demo, and you can use the same scenario or same stuff in your dev or test environment. So I'm going to copy the IP address of this Ec2 instance, and I'm going to open the terminal. Let me zoom it a bit. So cd into desktop ssh-i DevOps. DevOps. Okay, EC2 dash user is the default user provided by Amazon Linux. I'm gonna paste the IP address of that particular EC2 instance. I'm gonna say yes. Okay, so once I've logged in, you have to use the same command. I mean, so be root. So this is the demo, so that's why I choose to be a root, and I want to install em install -y git. By installing Git, I will be able to access the public repository. So Git is by default not installed on this Amazon Linux. I'm going to git clone and simply navigate to my repository. Definitely, I'm going to provide the link of this particular repository in the video section. So if you want to clone, you can simply clone the HTTPS instead of SSH. Excuse me. Because if you select the SSH, it will ask for the credentials. So it is a public repository, so you don't have to go for the SSH versions. Simply download this repository anywhere you want to download. Even you can use your local VM as well. So make sure that it has the space as well. So let me show you how much space is going to be required. So this is the one which we are going to use. It's not big, 569 MB, and I'm going to go into CD DevOps. So navigate in this CD into Kubernetes, excuse me, and navigate to the scripts. So in scripts, I have sequentially provided you everything, the sequence you need to just run the scripts. I mean, I want to deploy the Jenkins. So simply navigate into Jenkins CD, press run and tab completion. You're in the Jenkins directory. So simply run the Jenkins script. So what it will do, it will set up the Docker, and it will launch um, Jenkins container along with the Nginx, and everything is going to be automated, and it will provide a link after a while. So once Jenkins is deployed, we are going to navigate to our next part. Let me finish this and then I will show you. So what it is currently doing, that it is setting up the self-signed certificate on this particular EC2 into this particular container. So that's way our traffic is going to be encrypted. So it will take just a while, not all that much. I mean, everything is automated, so you don't have to worry. And this is the everything is tested, and definitely you can go through what has been done. And definitely, I'm going to give you the overview, but detailed one as I'm providing you the repository, every code single bit is there. So let me show you that the Docker PS -a. We have two container running, Nginx and uh, Jenkins. So currently I'm in uh, directory number 1. So I'm going to go to the directory number 2. So it's a packages. So These are the packages which is relevant to the operating system and Debian, or you can say Ubuntu. So by default, I Ubuntu is running on that particular Jenkins container. So if you run this here, it will definitely give you an error. So let me show you that as well. So I'm going to show you everything. You see command and phone. So what you have to do, simply do docker exec interactive, navigate to Jenkins and use this command bash. So once you're in, navigate to slash root and DevOps CI/CD. Navigate into by default it is mounted, so you have to do the same stuff. Okay, so navigate to Kubernetes and navigate to scripts. Now we are going to navigate to the second part, and I'm going to run the same script which I have done about this few seconds ago. Let's go run it, and what it is gonna do, it is gonna install all the relevant packages. For instance, I'm using different sort of CLIs that it is going to install the Terraform, it is going to install the kubectl, excuse me, it's going to install the EKSCTL, it is going the latest version. Might be Terraform is outdated, but definitely you will get a very near version to the current version. So we have Terraform, we have AWS CLI, we have EKSCTL, we have kubectl, and you will see definitely later on we are also using the fifth CLI, which is the WordPress CLI. So everything is going to be automatically deployed. A little bit of work, little manual work might you have to do, which I'm going to show you, as this video is the detailed one, and as I've provided you everything, you have to simply clone the repository, and from the scratch you can deploy all the stuff. Even we are going to launch the EKS cluster in the third step. So we have completed our second step, and we now I'm going to navigate into the third step. If I do ls, excuse me, what we have here, that I can use the EKSCTL utility to set up my EKS cluster or Elastic Kubernetes cluster, or I have the choice to use the Terraform along with the EKSCTL. So for the sake of this demo, I'm gonna select the short version. You can use any version, I mean any platform, like you can use the Terraform, as the Terraform CLI is there. Let me show you that if you run Terraform dash dash version, you will see the version of the Terraform. And if I navigate, let me show you the EKSCTL, everything is there, and kubectl is there. So everything is automated. You don't have to worry about installing the packages and wasting your time. So as you see, my videos are not just theory based, and I'm sort of guy who likes to provide you the automated stuff as well. I mean, so that can be used in your dev and production environment. So it give you a lot more understanding. So definitely. I'm going to launch the EKCTL, but it's going to give me an error. Why? You have to use the AWS credential. So as it's showing that file exists, but definitely it's going to launch. You see, send request failed. Why it is failing? You have to make sure that you have to provide your access key and secret access key, which means that you have the privileges. So I'm going to press the Control C. Definitely, I have to show you that what you might face if you're setting up yourself. So I'm going to use the command AWS configure, as the CLI is already available. One thing I need to tell you, that we are in the Jenkins container. So I'm not outside Jenkins. So make sure that you should be inside the Jenkins. So I'm going to provide, let me copy again. I have to provide the credential, so that enables it to deploy the EKS cluster. And let me copy the secret access key as well. The default region I'm going to select is the US East 1. And the output you can press enter, or I'm going to use the TXT text format. So if you run this time ekctl, it will not prompt for an error. So launching EKS cluster will take about 10 minutes. Till then, I'm going to pause the video, and once it's completed, I will be back. So guys, if you refresh, you see our cluster is up and running because I set up the two worker nodes for my cluster, and definitely the master control plane is going to be managed by the AWS side. So what we have done till now, we have completed the third step, and let me show you the scripts directory, and we have to now navigate to the fourth step. If I do ls, simply run the script or press use the docker login command. So docker is also available because the formation of this Jenkins is in a way that and the sockets are also mounted. So docker is available here inside Jenkins as well. Let me show you that part as well. If you do docker ps -a, we are inside the Jenkins Docker container, and we are able to our containers as well along with the Jenkins in which we are currently in. So you can use the Docker logging command. So in this way, you don't have to provide the credential in the pipeline. So simply run this script or use the Docker login command. So I'm going to provide my Docker credential. You can use the free Docker Hub account. And why we need this? Because this is going to push the image which is going to be created by this Jenkins container to the repository you have created. Either you have a public repository or private repository. For the credentials are needed, not for pulling the image. If the public repository, definitely anyone can pull the image, but to push the image, the credentials are needed. So make sure that you create a free account on Docker Hub and provide these credentials. So I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to paste my credential, and I will be back in a moment. So guys, what I've done, I've pasted my credential. If the credentials are correct, it will um, said the login is successful. So you see login is successful. Um, excuse me. And then let me show you the Docker Hub stuff as well. If I so you should be able to understand what definitely you have idea about Docker Hub. So I just want to show that how our image is going to be pushed automatically into that um particular repository. So I need to, I guess, sign in. Let me bookmark as well. Okay. So I have set up the MFA recently. This is launched by the Docker Hub. So it is pretty good. I guess it is in the beta version. So I'm going to provide the MFA, and now uh, I'm able to access my repository. So this is the DevOps repository I've created. Might be there are tags. Okay, I'm going to remove every tag as I was experimenting with my repository. So there is no tag available. So this is the repository DevOps. This is publicly available. You can use to pull the image and able to test the image. So this is where we are going to push our changes. So guys, this is the fourth part we have completed. Now I'm going to uh, navigate back and I'm going to the encryption part. In encryption, what I'm gonna do that I'm gonna create the KMS key and I'm gonna set up some environment variables which are going to be used by the our Bitnami WordPress, MariaDB and Bitnami WordPress. So let me first create the KMS key. You can simply use the shell script. There is some information is outputting here that best way is to create the KMS manually, but you can use my script as well. Why I'm saying that best way is to create manually because the account string in your case might be different, and I'm using some regex regular expression using the bash script. So that string cause the fields to change. So anyway, that is not an issue. I have set up some different output. Simply what you have to do is to copy this section. Just I'm copying this. This is the KMS key created. Let me show you the KMS key. Okay, if you navigate to the AWS console section, you will see one key is going to be created, but I like to create a one alias with regard to this particular key. So I'm gonna simply type the KMS here, and this will take us to the KMS console, and this is the key I have just created by running the script. So I'm going to copy this, and I wanna replace with the string in the file, which is already a key there in these files. Let me show you that as well. First of all, I'm going to use the set command to replace. So I'm going to use substitution. This part I need to be fulfilled, and I'm going to paste the one which is need to be substituted with this one. So I'm going to be call this guy this one, but it is gonna say an error. But what I'm gonna do is to show you guys that this is what need to be replaced. So simply I'm going to, I mean, copy or let me just get rid of this. When you use Vim in the Jenkins container, it is not going to work that well. So I've also install the nano by default in this. So if you're not able to copy with the Vim, simply use the nano editor and that would be fine. So control X. So I wanna replace this string. And I'm gonna use the previous command, and I wanna replace this with the new KMS key I've created. This string was the previous key created in the script, and I'm going to replace in the MariaDB shell script, and I'm going to also replace in the WordPress shell script. So these two are done, but I want to create the alias with regard to this. So simply this is the output of this that particular script I have just run a few moments ago with the name KMS. So I'm going to paste it here. So what I'm going to do, simply remove this. I'm going to paste the ID. This is the KMS ID along with the ARN. So I'm going to paste it here, and I want to call my alias to be, this is put your alias here. So I'm going to remove this. I want to call this um, DevOps. So press enter and alias is created. If you navigate to your KMS section, this is CMK is created with the alias DevOps. So that would be easier for you to uh, sort your keys with the alias. So anyway, this part is done. What now in step 5 you have to do is to run these particular script. These are executable by default, so there is no need for make them executable. So definitely I'm going to show you what these scripts are going to do. The same way you have to run the script after pulling the repository. So what these scripts are going to do that I'm going to first show you the MariaDB part. If I do vim on the encrypt MariaDB, so what it's gonna do that we have replaced this alias ID just a moment ago, and this will create KMS encryption. The key ID is the dollar KMS key ID, and it is going to use this ID, and I'm going to use the plain text 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 what it is. So the output is going to be in the cipher blob blob, and the output is going to be put in that particular directory root secret MariaDB, MariaDB root password. So this is the MariaDB root password. So what I'm doing here that I'm creating directories in the root, and you see two directories, secrets, MariaDB, and the other one is going to be WordPress. So this way the plain text is going to be converted um, into encrypted text, but I'm showing you guys this plain text, so you should be able to understand and you should be able to learn and understand this script. So it is pretty easy. So I'm also doing the same stuff. These are the environment variables which are going to be used in our Kubernetes deployment. So these are the variables created, and along with that, and the output of these variables, I'm showing you guys what are the output of these. So uh, this is the demonstration with regard to the scripts, and let me navigate to those particular directories. If you do ls secrets, you will see two directories here as I'm creating with the script. And let me navigate to the MariaDB. Same stuff is going to be um, in the directory name WordPress. So I'm going to get out the contents of this MariaDB first, so you will get an idea what sort of text you will see. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 was the text which is going to be encrypted. Uh, so if this part is going to stay on your server, it is in the password is going to be encrypted form. And the advantage of this is that if you pushed your files to the repository as well, and if you're working in an environment with multiple developers and you don't want to expose your definitely no one want to expose the credential of databases and other stuff. Even these file, if available in that particular repository, the face of those files or those password are going to be this, and it is going to be only encrypted by this key which we have created called DevOps. So this is a little bit of demonstration with regard to my uh, part 5 or step 5 section. Hopefully you understand. So in the sixth step, what I'm doing, I'm going to set up the application load balancer ingress. So guys, to be really honest, no one is gonna give you or provide you this detailed demo and provide you code and everything in the shell scripts with the automated way. So you simply have to run this, and all the stuff which I've shown you can use in your production environment. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to run the ALV ingress, So the one thing I need to tell you that this is going to launch a container of with the name ELB in the cube name system, and and everything is going to be set up automatically. You have to edit one file, and I'm going to show you that what is that. So it fetched the cluster name and the VPC ID, and this is the VPC ID. Let me show you that this is the VPC ID and this is the region. So if I navigate to my VPC, hopefully I'm able to see the VPC ID, uh, and I need to simply edit this file. This is the file which I need to edit with regard to my ALB Ingress controller. So if I navigate to VPC, there are two VPCs. One is default, other one is this. The ID is this 1004. So okay, so I have to update the VPC ID as well. Might be I have not added in that script. Um, so what you have to do is to make a copy of this ID as well. So this needs to be updated, and this is the VPC we have set up. So these let me these three parts you need to be updated. So I'm gonna simply copy this stuff, and your ELB ingress is going to be ready. I'm going to put this stuff here. So the name of my cluster, I know that this is the Cloud Elegant EKS. It is launched in the US East 1 region. So I'm going to simply copy the ID of the VPC. In my other videos, I've automated this stuff as well. The VPC ID is going to be automatically displayed here. So for this demo, I forgot to put that script here. So anyway, we have to update these things, three things, and I'm going to simply copy this command, and this is going to update our Ingress controller in the cube in the namespace cube system. The current status, if I show you in the cube name system, is going to be that this container is going to be failing or not working. So you see, one container is uh, in the loopback state, and the reason for that, I have to update this file. So I'm going to copy this kubectl edit deployment. Let me copy this and simply put it here. So I need to update the file. Simply press colon here, and you see, press the 41, and this will take us to the line 41. And we press O here, and it is going to navigate to the second line, and by default it uses the Vim. So I recommend you, as we are in the Jenkins container, as I told you, in Jenkins, if you use the Vim, it will not work properly. So guys, I'm going to simply provide the relevant details, and dash cluster name is equal to cloud elegant dash EKS, and press dash dash, and the AWS dash VPC dash ID is equal to VPC dash 07CB, okay, 0D7C, 0D7C, 6B73, 6B73, F637, F6B37, okay, F6B37, 1004. make sure that this stuff you pre-check, because if you put wrong stuff here, um, you have to run the script again. So this is not going to be a big issue, but you have to rerun the script again, and it will ask for the same stuff. So you have to update this again. So US East 1. So if the information is correct, and we are going to see the log as well, our container is going to be up and running. So make sure you must see the log as well. So what it says, the relevant logs, how to see that information is also available in my script. I'm going to show you after editing this. So I just want to make sure that to double check dash h cluster name is equal to cloud legend dash EKS. Okay, dash h AWS VPC ID is VPC 0 D 7C 6B 73 F6 V3 71004. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to save, and it will tell you that uh, this file is edited. So if I rerun the previous command kubectl get ports in name system cube, so you see it says running, but the thing with regard to the logs, you can check the logs by simply copy this command. So this is the command you have to copy: kubectl logs cube system this, copy this and paste it here on your shell. So it's a starting worker nodes, and all the relevant success will be outputting with regard to the logs output. So this part is also completed, and you see I've successfully completed my almost six parts which I've shown you. Lot of detail here. So this is just a theory. If you wanna get a little bit of theory about the Kubernetes, Docker, and also it's available there. So I'm not gonna go move to that part. So guys, it's time to open the browser and update the Jenkins. So what we have here, if you navigate to the EC2 section, copy this IP address, you will see Jenkins up and running. And it is going to ask to proceed because we are using the self-signed certificate, so no issue with that. It will gonna ask the credentials, and simply copy this and get out the credential from this um, path. So this is the string which I need to provide for the administrative setup. Simply press Ctrl V and save. Install the default suggested plugin, so it's going to help you. So I'm going to install, and definitely it is going to be quick way, because as I told you, the advantage of using the EC2 AWS is that there is going to be very high throughput and highly available EC2 instance there, and you can set up in a more secure way, and also and the other members are able to access this. So in case you are looking for centralized management stuff, so that AWS is the best solution. So I'm going to set up your everything. So I'm gonna say user any full name is going to be any, email is going to be any, as this is the demo. So you can put admin here instead of any, and put a strong password. So I just want to make sure that I should be able to complete this video as much as quickly as much as I can. I mean, because it, the pipeline is going to take a while as well. So I'm going to click on new items. Let me call this DevOps CI/CD. So it is going to be a pipeline. Press OK. And so we have completed every step. We don't have to provide all that much. This URL I am going to provide. This is a public repository. I will provide this URL. Select poll SCM. Press 5 star here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what it will do, it will show you the explanation. It will poll for every after every minute. It's going to poll this repository, and if there are any changes, it is going to automatically um, build your pipeline. So I'm going to call this git. As this is the public repository, so it will definitely not going to ask for the password. Press apply, save, and this part is done. So simply build it or wait for a while, about minute. It will the first time it will launch. Git not launch automatically. Simply build it. So in the next time, if you commit changes, it will work. So in the first time, you might get error, but I have to intentionally show you those errors as well, because what you have to do, I am going to also navigate to repository and create a tag, and that tag is going to be used in my image. So let me show you that as well. So this is my repository, and let me show you that just a minute ago. Just a minute. Um, that tag is going to be used by the image, which is going to be pulled in those worker nodes. So if I navigate to Docker, navigate to DevOps WordPress YAML, so I've selected this tag. That is going to be created and going to be posted. So currently you see I don't have any tag here. So what it is going to do, it is going to automatically build and create this tag. So my pipeline is going to be failed, you see, because it will not able to find any tag as I've deleted every tag, and because I have to show you guys everything from the scratch. So the tag I'm going to create in my repository. So navigate to the repository tags and create one tag with the name, with the image, and I'm going to create this tag WordPress R1. This is going to be new tag, and sorry, this I have to put the name here, tag name. I'm going to this create tag. Uh, okay, what it will do, the latest tag is going to be automatically available in our Jenkins file. Let me show you that as well. So this is our Jenkins file. Now what it is going to do, it is look for the commits, and let me navigate to DevOps CI/CD. So okay, uh, we are what we're discussing about the tag. So that particular tag which we have created is going to be automatically available, and we are going to use that tag. So version controlling, I recommend you to use that tag which is available in all repositories. It is not relevant to this GitLab repository. That tag option is going to available in GitHub, Bitbucket, whatever you do, and this pipeline is also going to be easily set up in any environment, whether you're using GitHub or GitLab or other. But the reason for using GitLab here is that the file size, as I told you in the start of the video, that what causing me to use the GitLab. So this is the tag, and this tag is going to fetch the latest commit. It will see the latest tag is going to be created, and it is going to use that. So if I do commit, I want to show you the automated way as well. If I navigate to my repository and I wanna use the release 2, which is already I'm putting in my R1 release because the image building is in the same one. So let me call that R2, and then I will switch the release as well. I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to commit this one, and after 1 minute, you will see that those changes are going to be seen by this Jenkins as the policy we have set up for the 1 minute, and the automated build is going to be started. So after almost 1 minute, we are able to see that our automated build is started. So let's see if I output the um, build, if I let me navigate. Okay, let me navigate to the console output of this particular build. You see our build is started, so this time it is not giving an error because uh, you see the tag is going to create that particular, it's going to build that image, and everything is going to show in this part of the console output. It's going to build that image with this particular tab, with this particular tag, and it is going to push that tag um, into my Docker repository. So if I refresh it, hopefully I'm able to see this tag. But currently there is no tag. So just make sure you refresh, and hopefully that particular uh, tag is going to be pushed if there is no error. So currently what it is doing, that it is pulling the image of Bitnami WordPress from the Bitnami Docker repository, and we are building our image uh, with the Docker file in the WordPress directory. So build process is currently in place. Let me navigate to the bottom so you will be able to see some push. So simply it is so fast. The advantage of using the see the contents are building, and image creation is taking place. So definitely once it's done, you see it's gonna push. You see successfully the image build is successful, and then it's gonna sleep for 20 seconds, and you see this tag which I've created in my word in my repository is set up WordPress R1. So this is successfully tagged. This is my account QuickBooks 2018. This is the repository DevOps. You see, start preparing, and it's going to push the image to my repository, public repository. As I told you, it is the public repository, but for the pushing, I need credential. I mean, so my repository should be protected as far as the pushing of image is concerned. So I mean, you guys are not able to push in my repositories. Although you can push, you can pull the image because I've set it up in a way that it is publicly available. So you see, these layers are pushed. So in a few seconds, why it is pushing, as I've told you, there are no credential I've provided uh, in my in my pipeline, but I have provided in the Jenkins container. So if I refresh, you will be able to see one tag here if it is pushed. So you see, guys, the WordPress R1 release one tag is pushed. So in the size of this is 5 to 6, but you will see the development with regard to that. Let me go back, and you see what it does then. It is going to launch the MariaDB container, and it is going to be a stateful set, and it is going to use the persistent volume of 10 GB. What stateful set and other theory I'm going to demonstrate in my other completed lectures, but for this sake of this demo, I just need to show you that how automatically you can create the CI/CD part and use the different CLI tools to automate and create a very simple CI/CD, but very rich and powerful pipeline. So what it is going to do, you see every output I'm getting in my console. So what it has done that 10 gigs of EBS is created. Let me show you that as well. If I navigate to my volume section, I'm outputting all the stuff here. So if you need to debug what was happening and where the issue comes from, you see 10 GB is for MariaDB and 10 GB persistent volume is going to be created for our WordPress. So MariaDB is in place and it is going to sleep for 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes. Why I'm doing that? Because container, this process launch is very fast. So I want to slow the process to make sure everything is deployed. So if there is any dependencies, so it will launch the other stuff and then it will launch the other stuff. I'm using the sleep command for that in my pipeline. So this pipeline is using declarative and everything is I'm using different CLI tools like as I told you that Bash cells, AWS CLI, EKCDL. I'm going to use WordPress CLI. I'm going to use kubectl, Terraform. So all it is the combination of all CLIs. So you will be able to know the power of different CLIs. That if you combine those are very powerful combination to for the automated deployment. So it is gonna take 5 minutes. Till then, I have to pause the video, and but before that, what I'm gonna do that I want to show you guys that if you wanna see your deployment in a GUI mode, or later on, I'm gonna show you that how you can set up the how to use the Ingress, but uh, I'm going to first show you that I'm going to use the uh, virtual machine and how I'm going to access my cluster inside my virtual machine. So I'm going to use the Ubuntu machine. So this is the fresh Ubuntu installed machine. So if I do ping google.com, I just want to make sure that I'm able to access the internet. So if I do ping google.com, I having internet access here. So currently I wanna use my script. You can navigate to my public repository and this is the one. Okay, you can navigate to my public repository and there you will able to see uh, different sort of script I'm putting here and make it available for you guys for the automation. So simply I'm going to use the control of kubectl, I guess. Okay, kubectl shell. If I press again. So I just want to check that I have set up. Okay, this is the one. Yes. So simply copy this and everything is going to be available. Like I need kubectl and there is no need for IAM authenticator. So what I'm gonna do that I'm gonna copy this stuff and from here till here, and I'm going to create one shell script. I'm on my desktop. I'm gonna call this kubectl.sh. So simply paste the script here and just and it here. So just make it executable. Press tab. Okay, so simply run the script. What it is going to do, it is going to set up the kubectl AWS CLI. That is our requirement, because we are now migrate our EKS cluster into into this particular machine, and I need these two CLI tools for my machine. So you have to wait for a while. In fact, it is also gonna install the Terraform as well, so there's no issue with that. So these scripting automation definitely save your time. So I love to do automation as much as I can with my projects. So that is what I'm sharing with you guys. So I like you to please like, share, and subscribe my channel. So guys, you see the package is now automatically removed, and now it is going to install the AWS CLI. So the script I've set up in a way that it will install everything and then remove the packages, so your system remain clean and everything should be okay. So let's see where our pipeline is. You see it's finished, success, restore completed in a way. Okay, so if I do use kubectl get pods, so you see two containers are up and running with the persistent volume, and if you and database is also restored along with the WordPress. So kubectl logs. I want to see the logs of this particular container. I'm going to also show you guys how you can switch between the releases as well. So in this image, I've put two releases, and those two releases are going to be used by the WordPress CLI, which is going to make it available if I automatically need those. Let me show you that. If I navigate to my repository and navigate to WordPress. So this is the DevOps repository. Navigate to Kubernetes and navigate to the WordPress directory. So this is our Docker file. As we have created the image with this Docker file, it uses that particular tag which I have shown you, and this is the WP content. It is going to copy the content and put that in the bitnami WordPress image. So there are plugins available and everything is there. And if I navigate to the backups, what it is going to do that these are the all in WordPress migration plugin. I'm using it, so it's going to restore the stuff which I need automatically by using the WordPress CLI. So guys, then now I have to, okay, I'm gonna also remove the script as well, kubectl shell. So if I do the AWS dash version, you will see the latest version of the AWS CLI. So I wanna I wanna access my cluster from this Ubuntu machine. First of all, I need to provide this guy and this machine, my AWS credential, AWS configure. So it is then sure that I have the right privileges as I am the administrator of this cluster. So I can definitely use my AWS CLI access key and secret access key. Just make sure you don't have any, when you do copy and paste, any spaces in that. So I'm going to provide these access key and secret access key. I'm going to use the default region US East 1 and press as I call this text. Output is going to be in text. So I'm going to use this command AWS EKS is Elastic, AWS Elastic Kubernetes Service. I want to update kubeconfig file and the name of my cluster is Cloud Elegant. Yes, and the region is going to be US East 1. So simply press it. So as I told you that this cube config file is in the hidden cube.cube folder is updated. So if I do kubectl get pods, I'm able to see my pods. So make sure that you put the right command, kubectl get pods. So as these pods are in the default namespace, you will be able to see these two pods. So I want to also use the kubectl get SVC services for short. So the service is running the Cloud Elegant WordPress. So simply I'm going to use the port forward. So kubectl port forward. Um, I'm going to paste the okay service. First type SVC service here and Control E for navigate to the end of this line. And I'm going to use my local port, which is of let's say 8095, and I'm going to use the port 8080 of that particular service. So by doing this way, I'm able to access this service locally and should be able to see that I'm able to see my WordPress site, and along with that the automated deployment which I've shown you guys. So let simply type localhost and type http localhost and use this port 8095. This is going to be my local port as I'm you see proxying my uh, service to my local machine. So guys, this is the actually R2 which I've provided. This DevOps Mohammed Qasim is my brother, and he is the DevOps engineer, senior DevOps engineer, and it's quite a motivation for me to become a DevOps engineer. Currently working in Canada. So this is his profile, and this is his LinkedIn link. If you wanna communicate with him, you can use this. So anyway, this is my R2. So how can I do if I do if I wanna switch my release within the same image which I have pushed. So what I've done here that I've pushed two images R1 and R2 in the same image. So if I simply do, let me show you that. If I navigate to my, let me show you that what I'm talking about. Okay. If I navigate to my DevOps CI/CD, I will show you that this is in the start of my Jenkins file. I've provided the R2 release. This is the release R2. So instead of pushing one more image and changing the tag, I'm gonna simply use this R1, and our automated build is going to be started because we have committed it. So you will see in the Jenkins where it is. Let me put it here. After 1 minute, you will see that there is going to be a third build, which is not yet started, is going to be started because of the whole ACM. You see, third one is started automatically, and it is going to see currently what we have 8095 is displaying this Muhammad Qasim profile I've set up for my Bitnami WordPress. So in this field, it is going to be automatically switched to my profile R1, which is Muhammad Asim, and I put my LinkedIn stuff here in that. So the same process is going to be done, and it is going to restore my website, which is the R1 release. So let me tell you one very important thing is that let's say if you wanna switch to release 3 and you wanna build new image, for that make sure you change the tag and call the tag any name you would like to tag, and also you need to update your like DevOps WordPress YAML file where you're telling which image to pull from the Docker Hub. Let me show you that what I'm talking about. So if you navigate to the DevOps and if you navigate to the Kubernetes section, if you navigate WordPress, so there is a file DevOps WordPress YAML. So here I'm telling it to pull the image with this tag R1. So if the tag not matches, let's say if the tag is not available and I put a wrong tag here, let's say ABC, the pipeline is going to be failed because it will not able to find the tag in this particular repository. You see, if I refresh it, you see there is only one tag, WordPress R1 release. So for the sake of demo, I have just put two, you can say, sort of backups in this images. So end user is gonna put simply now update those repositories, and build is going to be automatically started. You see, started automatically and still building. It's gonna take 5 minutes for the deployment, and this website is going to be changed from Muhammad Qasim to Muhammad Asim. You see, this is DevOps Muhammad Asim. As I'm doing automated build, so I've just changed one tag, I mean R2 to R1, and it's going to be changed from um, this to this. So that's where you can do automated CI/CD stuff. So till then, okay, it's quite a lengthy video. Really tired. I'm really tired. So uh, what about the Ingress? So I'm gonna pause the video and I'll try to make sure that I just wanna complete the ALB Ingress in the same video as well. So guys, I decided to also show you Ingress. Hopefully I'm able to set it. So what I'm gonna do that you see if you navigate, this is the EC2 section. If you navigate to the load balancer, I'm navigated to my load balancer. Currently load balancer is active, and if you navigate to the target groups and see the targets, you see these are unhealthy. So, what we have done is that what we have to do actually, we have not set up the ACM. First of all, set up the ACM, navigate to the ACM section, and navigate to the certificate manager, create the ACM which are relevant to your domain. So, get started. Request a free certificate which we are going to use star.star.com. So this is the certificate which I'm going to use and it required validation. So for validation I'm going to use DNS validation. So I'm going to simply copy this CNAME into my CNAME address. So simply put it here. I'm using the Cloudflare DNS, so okay, that part is almost completed. So I'm going to also copy the next CN name and put it here. So for DNS validation, make sure that it is not proxied. So it will take a while, about usually take 2 to 5 minutes. So once it is going to be in pending state, sorry, from pending to valid state, um, what it is gonna do that it is gonna automatically launch the um, listener 443 for our load balancer. Let's say, let's see, we should be able to see. Guys, with regard to the ALB Ingress, I've already created my videos, so so definitely you can watch those simple, I mean, dedicated videos relevant to the ALB Ingress, and also I provided you guys the code as well. So DNS validation is not yet completed. Okay, so till then, what I'm gonna do is to go back to my automated deployment. You see, this part is done. So this is the one which I've previously set up. So what I'm gonna do, let's say I'm gonna access the same site again on that port, and I'm going to, it is going to listen on that same 8095, my local port, or you wanna change that, you can do that as well. So you see currently DevOps Mohammed Qasim we have deployed automatically. If I refresh it, so you will be able to see this different website uh, automatically set up. So this is my name, Mohammed Asim, and this is my relevant information with regard to my um, LinkedIn account, and this is my profile. So and this part is done, automatically done and completed. As I've shown you publicly, the repository is available. So let me wait for the DNS validation. If it is completed, then hopefully I will be able to see one listener 403 here. So DNS is still in the pending state. I guess I need to anyway. Till then, I'm going to update my DNS entries. So Ingress, I'm using Ingress. I have to put my load balancer URL. So I'm going to copy the URL of my load balancer. URL means the CNAME, the endpoint. Simply copy this DNS name and put it here. So I want to access this on, let's say, devops.saklanmushtaq.com. Saklan Mushtaq has, Dusra and Tisra as well. So I guess it is the Chautha, which is going to be the DevOps version of saklanmushtaq.com. I don't know how many version is going to be launched by him or people working with him. So this is a saklanmushtaq.com. Simply navigate to this side. Some technical quick link video with the great Shinwon and other people you will see, and if you're interested in cricket you will see this. So I want to access devops.saklanmushtaq.com. Currently definitely it's not gonna work because our even listener is not there. So if I've completed the setting, DNS valid pending validations. So once it's done, our listener is automatically going to be created, and till then I'm going to also do one more update. If I navigate to the listener section and um, I want to edit this, uh, edit these rules in the listener section. So I'm going to simply add one rule that let's say anything which is any subdomain from saklanmushtaq.com is going to be redirected to 443 SSL. So simply do this and save it. So okay, and okay, this is the demo. Okay, I have to put the demo because this is the host name demo I've provided. So anyway, no issue with that. Okay. Anyway, let's try the DevOps once the validation is completed. As I put star, so anything is going to be redirected to that particular target group. So DNS is issued hopefully if I have done the right settings, then I am able to see one listener 443 listening in my load balancer. So I guess I have to yeah, I have to relaunch the pod because that particular yes what I'm gonna do that I'm gonna for 3 I'm gonna I want to show you that I want to delete that. I'm going to delete that pod, and I'm going to what it is gonna do that it is gonna relaunch the pod. So instead of creating I mean setting up a complete pipeline or destroying the complete pipeline, I'm gonna show you that how you can do that. So cd into that. If I navigate into root root of CI/CD, okay, and I do ls. Okay, navigate to Kubernetes, WordPress. Okay, simply I'm going to manually remove all the stuff which I've set up. kubectl instead of deploying, I'm going to destroy. kubectl delete -f. I'm going to delete everything which I've set up in this current directory. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same command and just press the up arrow and press apply. So once the pod and everything is going to set up, kubectl, a new load balancer is going to be launched. So let me also show you that if I refresh, this load balancer is going to be gone. You see, no load balancer here. So I'm not gonna, um, rerun the pipeline because it's going to be headache. I mean, going to wait for a long time as the video, I guess, is more than an hour. So I'm going to show you that same stuff. Pod is going to be launched, refresh it, new load balancer is going to be provisioned, and this time you will be able to see 443 with regard to that particular. So currently it is in the provisioning state, and I've not seen any 443 listener here. So as I've provided the relevant domain name and everything is correct. So with regard to the ALB Ingress, you can navigate to my particular videos because you have to check the annotations. Let it provision, then we will be able to see um, the target. Currently, the target groups um, are in the pending state. You see, if you navigate to target, you see these are initializing. So again, you can navigate to load balancer. Okay, as in the, let's say, Docker, if I show you the annotations in the Docker, in the DevOps YAML file, let me check that. Navigate to DevOps CI/CD and navigate to the Kubernetes WordPress. Check the DevOps WordPress YAML. Okay, that's why it's not coming. The host I've set up for the Cloud domain. So, okay, let me edit this, and I'm going to call this demo .com. Demo.com, and I'm going to call this DevOps instead of demo. DevOps.com. Okay, commit. Okay, this part is committed. Now the pipeline is going to be run in a few minutes. But till now, I don't have file updated in my uh, uh, current Jenkins. So simply do git pull. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna um, update the files in this repository. So I'm gonna use the kubectl delete -f. It is gonna destroy, delete the persistent storage along with the pod. So I'm gonna apply the command, and it is going to create those containers. So with that, you will be able to see, if you see kubectl get ingress, kubectl get ingress. Okay, so see devops.suckline stack, and this is the load balancer. Either you can um, copy paste the URL of the load balancer from here, or simply navigate to the load balancer, simply refresh it, because that was the old provisioned load balancer. So you see what wrong I was doing, that the domain name is also count very much, because I put the cloud religion domain and I was looking to use the sucklanumstock.com, and the ACMs are relevant to the sucklanumstock.com domain. So that's what I need. I'm going to edit these rule, and I'm going to say the same stuff as the previous load balances are gone now. So I'm gonna say host restart dot sucklanumstock. Make sure there is no typos, sucklanmushtaq.com, and simply add one redirection rule, which is of 443. Anyone who can put the stuff with the HTTP, it is going to be directed. Further, let me tell you that you have to copy the endpoint of the DNS name of the load balancer in your DNS, because this Ingress load balancer is no more available, as is destroyed, and I put that name here. So hopefully I'm able to access the DevOps Ingress uh, uh, from my browser. So currently it is not available because I have to check the health of my target group as well. So it is still in the initializing phase, not yet initialized. So I have to wait for those. Let me refresh. So definitely on the other end, as I told you, that poll ACM is also going to poll, and pipeline is going to be automatically triggered as well. You see, so you can either simply do pause the pipeline manually, simply pause it. So because I'm pausing it, why, as I told you, I have to wait about 5 minutes. So as I told you, automated deployment. So the only part is left. Is the ingress HTTPS. So that's what I'm looking. So Alhamdulillah, I'm able to access this DevOps sucklanmushtaq.com Muhammad Asim website. You see on HTTPS ALB uh, certificate, ALB ingress is updated, and everything is automatically set up. And okay, one last part I want to show you before the end of the final part. I'm gonna go for the automated deployment. So this is the R1 in the same image. I'm gonna automatically uh, I wanna set up um I wanna do automated deployment with regard to the release migration. So currently, guys, if I navigate to the DevOps section, you see I've just stopped it, and in previous builds we have this. Let me navigate to this third. Okay, so we have automated build image for DevOps WordPress, creating DevOps database for DevOps WordPress, automated deployment and release migration. So I want to show you the automated release migration on HTTPS ELB Ingress. This is going to be the last lengthier part for that. Uh, Simply, I'm going to navigate into my Jenkins files. I'm going to switch the release. I'm not going to push the image. I'm going to use the same image, and in the same image, I'm going to uh, um, I'm going to do the deployment, automated deployment. So um, you will see in a while that this pipeline is going to be started in a few while, and you will see. Just a minute, please. Okay. You see, I have to wait for 1 minute. Yeah, this is fifth one is the automated deployment, and if I navigate to my website, so currently I have website with DevOps Muhammad Asim, and this is my LinkedIn URL. Successfully automated, automatically deployed on the AWS Elastic Kubernetes service, as I've shown you guys. So hopefully I'm able to see if I navigate to the console output of this, I'm able to automatically see different website automatically deployed using the same image in the same release. So I can do that as well. So, uh, but if you want to look for the new version of your release, you must change the tag. That is how container is going to be, the current container of WordPress is going to be destroyed, and new image which is going to be I set up on always pull the latest image, but that pod need to be destroyed, as that pod is going to be destroyed. A new pod is going to be launched, and in that pod your image will be available. So you see, I have to wait about 300 seconds, which is about 5 minutes time, and this is our current existing setup. The same pod, let me show you that. Okay. mm, Private repo for, okay, yeah, I have done why it is started, because I've done the manual stuff. There is no need, and it is this private repo for node 1 is not even defined in the pipeline. So that's why I was a little surprised at why it is running. So either I can remove it manually. So as I've used the complete command instead of using the single files, for the sake of time, kubectl get pods. So I'm gonna remove these two private repos, as these are not part of my um, demonstration, and just I was testing with these. Kubectl delete pod in the same default namespace, and similarly I'm going to delete the second as well. So there is going to be only WordPress and MariaDB. So as I've done some manual part, and this is the automated part. So the manual part is also showing here as well, because of the output of kubectl get pods. So that's why you are able to see those manual stuff we see, which I've done about 6 minutes ago, as it is not done by the pipeline. So this is the manual stuff which I've done about few minutes ago, is shown in the output of this. So definitely I have to wait for 300 seconds, and hopefully I'm able to see um, the second website, which is of Muhammad Qasim, my younger brother, who's a senior DevOps engineer, and you will be able to see the complete new website with the new data and everything. you can able to restore. So this is the very powerful setup or very powerful CI/CD pipeline you can use. I've spent a lot of time for you guys to make sure that you guys should be able to deploy this in your testing lab environment, or you can use in the production environment. So there should be no waste of time, and automated deployment and everything with regard to the cluster creation and secrets creation and whatever the requirement I've already shown you in my previous steps. ALB Ingress, everything should be created automatically. So this part is in still in the pending state. Let me also use the kubectl get w command. So you will be able to see the time and, and these containers are up and running. So I'm gonna definitely not wanna pause the video. So that's how you will be able to see the live automated stuff with regard to the change of website by simply committing in your files. So you will be able to understand that how CI/CD can be done, and you will be able to set up in your environment as well. So even you can use the same repository and pull it and use, or alter it according to your infrastructure. So that would help you to um, able to deploy different sort of architecture. You see, uh, 5 minutes has completed. So it is restoring my new website automatically. Finish success. So you see, I'm still using DevOps Mohammed Asim. So you have to simply refresh it, and you should be able to see different website automatically. DevOps Mohammed Qasim. So this is totally new website. It's not a web page you're saying. It's completely totally website, new website, and everything is available here in this website. So this is the way, guys, you can uh, able to CI/CD complete automation stuff uh, through my Jenkins automation, which I've provided you guys. This is the final part, and this is the last part. So please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon. I will provide you in future a lot more. Code videos with automated stuff which is not been provided by other guys. So please like and share. Have a nice day. Thank you.